What's going on, everybody, and happy Saturday to everybody. It is officially the weekend, and we are here at Dallas Fort Worth. We're going to continue our journey to the East Coast. We are going to be flying from Dallas Fort Worth to Charlotte Douglas today. And what we got right now, we got the service vehicles interfacing with the aircraft. They're going to go ahead and do what they got to do. And then we will get the baggage loaded and the passengers on board. And then we'll be ready to go. Wow. Okay. Nice backup there. So we'll be ready to go here shortly. Catering is going to do their thing, and then baggage going to get loaded, and then the packs will get loaded. So I'm going to open up the cargo doors, and then while I'm doing all that, I'm going to go ahead and program our route into our CDU. So yeah, like I said, I hope everybody's having a great Saturday morning. So like I said, our route out of here, we're going to be flying from KDFW. Where's that? KDFW to KCLT. And our takeoff runway for today is going to be 13 right. And then let's just go ahead and plug in our departures and arrivals. So our departure out of Dallas Fort Worth today is going to be the ZAC 3 departure. Basque transition. So what I'm doing right now, I'm programming that into VATSIM. Hopefully we have some controllers on today. Let's go ahead and connect. Alright, so we're connected to VATSIM now. Hey, Zach the Great, how you doing there, good sir? Welcome to the stream. So today, if you're just joining in, we're going to be taking the PMDG 737 NGX 900 from Dallas Fort Worth into Charlotte Douglas. I flew it yesterday, and I've owned it before, but it's been so long since I've used it, I completely forgot how to use it. So I tried streaming initially, and I couldn't remember how to start the aircraft. So that was kind of embarrassing. Right, so round departure. So like I said, our departure out of Dallas Fort Worth today is going to be the ZAC 3 departure. Bash transition, and we're going to be taking off of runway let's take off of runway 17 right. So that's good there. Yeah, run 17 right. I don't know why I said 13 right earlier. That's a pretty long flight. Yeah, it's going to be pretty long. I think it's probably going to be like about 4 hours or so. Last night I was streaming for almost 5 hours. Okay, so our arrival is going to be the Flips 3 arrival. So Flips 3 arrival. And our transition point is going to be Taza. And we're going to do an ILS on 18 center. 18 center. And we'll catch that at Jetco. I'm in the middle of a flight right now. Okay, where are you flying to, Zach? So what I'm doing right now, I'm still plugging everything into the CDU. London to KBDL, Connecticut. Woo, how long of a flight is that? You talk about my flight's a long flight. How long of a flight is yours? So it looks like our baggage truck just showed up to the aircraft, so we're going to get the bags loaded on. Woo! 6-7 hours. Yeah, you talk about mine is long. I feel for you on that one, brother. I haven't done a 6 or 7 hour flight in a long time. Yesterday, it was a 5-hour stream, but I did 2 stops. I flew from Los Angeles to Vegas, and then Vegas into Dallas. So as you can see, they're loading our baggage onto the aircraft now. Then after they get done, the fuel truck could come on over and give us our go-go juice to get out of here. Okay, alright. Flying the A330, nice. So I'm absolutely excited because yesterday on my flight out of Las Vegas into Dallas, I used VNav and it actually worked on this aircraft. I was super excited. It did everything that it was supposed to do all the way to Dallas Fort Worth. So I think this is going to be my new favorite plane for doing little short hops. So it looks like, did you hear about the V-17 crash? I did not. When did that happen? Did that happen today? Looks like the baggage team is done doing what they need to do, so I'm going to go ahead and shut the door for the baggage compartment. Oh wow, yeah, I completely missed that. I've been so busy with work all this week. I really haven't had a chance to really get on social media to see anything. But wow, that's sad. That's sad to hear. So we're still waiting for the fuel truck. We're still waiting for the fuel truck to get here to get us our fuel. So you say you stream, right, Zach? Oh man, that's sad. Prayers go out to the families of those 7 individuals that was in the B-17 crash. Okay, what's your I know you've said it before in previous streams. What was your channel again? And it's on YouTube or Twitch. Which one? Okay, yeah, if you want to go ahead and plug your YouTube channel in here one more time, I'll check that out. I know you asked me to follow you on Instagram as well. I don't have a private Instagram account yet. I need to create one. I just have a group account for this cosplay group that I'm in. But I need to make a private one so I could add you to it. Or, yeah, so I can add you to it. So I'm gonna tune in. Looks like we got Fort Worth Center on. So let's see, 135.75. Let's see what they're talking about. Something like that. Zach's Aviation Plane Spotting on YouTube. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll check that one out as soon as I get a chance. It looks like Fort Worth Center isn't really saying anything today. Yet. Oh, there you are.
American 1611, India Victory Q, arrival, DFW Alpha 2989.
Copy, Victory 2 arrival for American 1611.
Oh wow. So it wasn't doing like an air show performance or anything like that. It was just a regular flight and they missed approach, or what exactly happened? What were the details? GSX, I don't know why it does that. It randomly changes the gates. So like I could be parking here and refresh the session, not move my plane, and then the gate will say something else. It'll say United, or it might say Southwest, and I'm like, why couldn't they like designate the gates correctly in GSX? So that's not my fault. So it looks like our fuel truck is on his way. He's going to come and give us our fuel, and we are going to be filling this bad boy up to get to the East Coast. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and fill us up.
Forward Center to 1981 is on a 9-mile final to runway 17.
Number 1981, no traffic observed between Bowie Airport. Air services terminated. And required for cancellation in the air. The frequency is unable on the ground. Flight service forum.
So the number 4 engine went out and the plane wouldn't pull up and hit a de-icing building. They smashed it to the. Oh my gosh! Oh wow! So it was on takeoff. Wow.
Canceled, and I will go ahead and cancel that IFR right now. And thank you for the great HTC for November 1981.
November 1981. Sorry about that. November 1981. IFR cancellation received. Lock and maintain VFR. Change advisory.
Roger.
Oh wow.
Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved.
Yeah, that's sad to hear. Okay, so I'm going to contact Fort Worth Center to get our clearance. Good afternoon, Fort Worth Center. United 1021 on the ground at Dallas Fort Worth, requesting IFR clearance into Charlotte Douglas.
Southwest 2278, Lost Tower, 1 call, runway 13 right now.
13 right, Southwest 2278.
FedEx 912, leaving my airspace. If they're not line rates, terminated, change advisory frequency for 10-1.
Guess he didn't hear me. Let me make sure everything's set up. Yep, it is. Let's try this again. Good afternoon, Fort Worth Center, United 1021, radio check.
United 1021 DFW clearance with the Charlotte Airport Zach 3 departure back transitions and as filed. Flying via SID. Departure frequency 135.75, squawk 2311.
Okay, Fort Worth Center, United 1021 is cleared to Charlotte Douglas via the Zach 3 departure. Batch transition, then is filed. Climb via the SID and 2311 in the box.
American 2265 via Victory 2 arrival DFW Alpha 2981.
Descend via Victory 2 arrival, and the altimeter is 2981 for American 2265. Thank you so much.
United 1021, reback correct. Southwest 2278 regional departure for the contact south.
Southwest 2278 south, at 2,100.
Southwest 278, call maintain 17000.
Wow, he sounds like he's kind of busy up there today.
2278.
Sound a little bit snippy.
Order 468, Charlie Victor, contact Albuquerque Center 127.85.
Okay, going to 127.85 for 8 Charlie Victor. We'll see you.
Victor.
So I'm still programming initial stuff into the CDU. So how much further do you have? Excuse me. How much further do you have till you get to your location, Zach?
Southwest 2278, total of heading 360 by 1.
Southwest 360, Southwest 2278.
6.3 for trim. So yeah, we're still getting everything set up for our flight into Charlotte Douglas. We just got our takeoff clearance from Fort Worth Center. So crazy story. Oh wow. Wow, so I got 214 nautical miles left. Okay, cool. 214 nautical miles left. Are you going to be doing another flight after that, or are you going to call it quits after that?
American 776, block 2361.
And I believe that's for American 776, squawk 2301.
American 776, close 2361 on squawk code.
2361 on the squawk code, is American 776.
About doing. I'm
Delta
thinking.
2278, clearance Pioneer.
I'm thinking about doing another flight. Okay. Have you just
Pioneer, Southwest
have you decided where?
2278.
So we're getting everything thrown in here into the aircraft.
Delta 2278, coming to Apollo 230.
All right. Philadelphia to Albany. Okay, that's not that bad of a flight. Probably a couple of hours, but it shouldn't be too bad for you. Oh, let's see. What runway did I select for arrival? It was a 18 center. So let me go ahead and get that information. Yep. Yeah, so I think this might just be the only one I do for tonight or for today. I have FSX Steam Edition. I have the box edition as well, but yeah, I have the Steam. Actually, I think I'm gonna do 18 right instead of 18 center, and we'll catch that root key. How do you do that? I don't even know how you do that.
American 1611, you parking on the west side.
We'll be on the east side at Charlie Terminal, but we can land directional if you needed to.
American 1611, expected to deliver.
And when you say shared cockpit, does that mean that like
Copy that visual.
you could be like you could have a captain and a first officer? Oh, sweet. Yeah, we should do that. We should set one of those up one of these days. Cause I didn't even know that was possible. But we both have to have the same aircraft, correct? Well, that would make sense, but it's a program that I have called Beanie Overlay. It's a BENE overlay, and you can just download it, and interfaces with your flight sim.
More information available. High watch, flight service frequencies, or
1.3181. No, it's not on. It's not on VATSIM at all. Like if I was not connected to VATSIM and I was just flying around, it would still show my flight data up there. It's called Benny Overlay. You can just Google it. BENE Overlay. And it has two widgets. Well, it has one widget that looks completely different. Here, it has a bunch of other graphics and stuff like that, but it looked too cluttered for me. So it also gives you the feature of being able to put individual flight data information up there. So yeah, I love it. It works phenomenally. So let's go ahead. Let's see if we can go ahead and start our flight, because I'm not sure exactly why passengers aren't GSX passengers aren't boarding, but that's fine. I got FSX or FS passengers, so I'll use that to get them on. We're going to get all the passengers. Baggage, I'm not too concerned about, really. They'll get their bags eventually, but I'm not going to be dropping any fuel because it's going to be a long haul. All right, so we're going to set our destination to KCLT.
American 1611 flight heading
and real-time load. And we'll do 2 minutes. So for the shared cockpit, we will have to be on a free flight. Okay, so you couldn't do it on VATSIM? Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, we'll have to set that up one day. Yeah, we'll have to set that up one day to do it. That sounds really amazing, and I didn't even know that was possible.
American 2265, you're talking about. American 776 is the approved for arrival to the opposite 800.
We'll go ahead and descend via the cruise arrival. American 776 Heavy.
American 776, verify that's the boost for arrival.
Hold on 1 second, y'all.
For arrival for American 776 Heavy.
American 1611 to maintain 4,000.
4,000 American 1611.
Alright, I'm back. So it looks like FSX, or good God, I keep saying FSX. It looks like FS Passenger has finished loading up. So we're just going to go ahead and get the jetway moved. And then we'll be able to block out of here and get on our way to Charlotte.
And for American 776 Heavy, we're going to go for the aisle at 17 right. Give you.
American 736 is parking on the east or west.
1, 2.
Do you want that in the aircraft box for American 776 Heavy?
American 776 is your parking gate. Are you parking on the east or on the west side of the airport?
Wow, that guy sounds like he's
East of
having
the
a
airport.
bad day.
American 776, expect visual approach only one star.
I believe that was the visual 17 right for American 776 Heavy.
American 776 negative, 17 center.
Alright, so we just want to pull up our map.
American 736 Heavy.
Alright, so we got our map up here. Want to make sure I'm taxiing to the right runway whenever he gives us our taxi clearance. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and prepare for push.
Southwest 2278, area of moderate to extreme precipitation to your 12 to 1 o'clock at about 60 miles, and about 15 miles in diameter. Tops are unknown, let me know if you need to deviate.
Southwest 2278, Roger. Looks like we're on top of it right now.
American 1611 to the maintain.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and
in 9 miles per from place.
I'm going to go ahead and remove the ground equipment. And they're going to push and start, and I'm going to go ahead and fire up the APUs. Get power back up to the aircraft, and then we'll be ready to taxi out.
Oh, yeah, we're just gonna move to the left here a little bit, so we get down a little bit.
1611, Roger. Wind calm runway 17 to the left.
Alright, so APUs are spooling up now.
American 2265, should we expect the visual 17 center as well?
American 2265, expect visual approach runway 17 center, fly heading 130 to the maintain 5000.
Multiplayer and our passwords. Just you and me. Maybe we can do it. Okay, alright, yeah. Alright, so we got APU powered out, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. And I'm going to turn on my anti-collision lights. That's on. Wingtip lights and strobe lights. So everything is on now. He's saying release the parking brake, so we're going to release that, and we're going to go ahead and start our aircraft. So let's see, APU, turn APU bleed on, it's on, start APU, APU has been started, toggle APU light, hit that. Toggle 1 and 2 bleed off. They are off. Left and right packs are off. Yep. And the collision light is on. Fuel 1 cutoff switch has hit that. Fuel 1 cutoff switch. Fuel 1 cutoff switch is on. And I'll hit that here in a second. Alright. Fuel 1 cutoff switch is on. Engine bleed number 1. And then engine bleed number 1. And then we're going to go ahead and start engine 1. Engine 1 is going to start spooling up. Do you have something I can talk to you on? I used to have Discord. I need to get it reset up. But as soon as I get it reset up, I will let you know. Once I get my Instagram, we'll be able to communicate through there to set up our dates to go and fly and everything. So it looks like engine 1 is spooling up now. Alright, so we got the ground crew pushing us back there. Alright, so we got one good in the start turn. Our left pack to auto and hit our generator switch. Fuel 2 cutoff switch is on. Fuel bleed for 2. Turn that on. We are going to start 2.
And forward center registration level, we have a 17 center on Mike 3, Charles
Number 2 is firing up. I missed a step. I forgot that I don't have Discord, and that's honestly the best thing to talk to while I'm up in
Charlie.
I'm gonna do that here in a little bit. Let me get up in the air, and then I'll get it set up. So we got engine 1 and 2 fired up. So let's go ahead and turn our right pack to auto. Generator switch. We are good to go there, and we are going to turn off our APU bleed. Y'all damper. We are good to go.
Our current route takes us just to the west of it, so we want the direct pioneer, please.
No, 2278, Roger.
Go ahead and set our takeoff flaps. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and call for a taxi clearance, and let's see if he can give it to us. Hopefully he's not having a busy day. Fort Worth Center, United 1021, ready for taxi at this time.
United 1021. Give me a call short if you are.
Could you repeat for United 1021?
United 1021, give me a call short of taxi if you are.
Right at that, we'll give you a call short of the runway. United 1021. I think that's what he said.
United 1021 negative. Give me a call short of taxiway kilo.
Right, did I give you a call short of taxiway Kilo United 1021? Alright, so we're gonna head over to United 1021. Alright, god dang it. Alright, so we're going to taxiway Kilo, so we're right here. So we're somewhere over here in this area. So once I get over there, he will let me know.
Descend to 2,500 and we'll let you know the airport site for American 2265.
American 2265, DFW Airport, 1 o'clock. Actually, 1 to 2 o'clock is about 8 miles.
American 2265, we have the airport site.
American 2265, clear visual approach runway 17.
So yeah, I'll get my Instagram set up while we're on the flight.
2265, thank you.
So I believe that's taxiway Kilo right over here to my left. Live Fly Guy, hey, how you doing, sir? Thanks for hosting.
2265, DFW Town 1, call over 1 for the center.
I am really hoping this is taxiway Kilo.
Southwest 2278, Lima Airspace, very search terminated, change to advisory.
Southwest 2278, clear.
American 132, leaving my airspace, very search terminated, change to
Any
advisory.
bets on whether or not this is Kilo?
American 132, 47.
I want Kilo right now.
American 132, 47, how do you do the transfer?
I'm doing pretty good there, Live Fly Guy. This is Kilo 5.
United 21, DFW ground, only 1 to the right, 19 kilo left, call.
Go to 17 right via Kilo, book off, United 1021. Okay, Kilo 17 right. Alright, so let's see. Let's look top down. And we're going 17 right.
Forward, sir, how do you hear the transfer?
Right there. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go ahead and hit it.
New Zealand 361 on the ground itself with increasing life accuracy, overcooking.
Hey, I really appreciate that, Live Fly Guy. So, for everybody who's joining us, we are currently at Dallas Fort Worth. We're going to be taking the PMDG 737-900 NGX into Charlotte Douglas.
361 for center, American 736 is maintain 5,000.
Turn 5,000, American 736.
So while we're taxiing, I want to make sure everything's good because we are going to be doing VNAV now that I figured out how to get that to work.
American 132 ready to contact boss.
Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Cameron, I'm sorry, Cameron on talk. Thanks for the follow there, good buddy. So I want to say welcome to the stream, everybody. We are taking the PMDG 737 to Charlotte Douglas today.
2,000, I believe it was, American 736.
American 736 negative, maintain 3,000.
See, he's talking.
2,000, American 736.
He's talking very fast, and that's why people can't hear him or understand what he's saying. Because he's had to repeat himself like 3 or 4 times.
Heavy turns right at the kilo or Mike.
Right, Echo Kilo from Mike 3, American 2265.
So we're taxiing down here to runway 17 right, and then we are gonna
Mike 3, join fuel 8.
head to Charlotte.
You hold short of runway 17 right, fuel 8.
I kind of can't wait till I get out of his airspace.
Hold short of 1 right at Kilo 8 for American 2265.
American 2265 Heavy, that's runway 17 right at Kilo 8. Hold short of runway 17 right.
Hey, appreciate it, Life Fly Guy, and
Run 17 right.
enjoy your meal there, good sir.
2265, thank you, sorry.
For Center, good day, KLM 6 inbound Cayman 558 nautical miles, flight level 340.
KLM 681 4 center roger. United 621 DFW Tower on half error, runway 17 right, give takeoff, traffic will be holding downfield.
Clear for takeoff 17 right, United 1021.
American 2265 Heavy, continue for runway 17 right.
Alright, so we're clear for takeoff, so I'm going to go ahead and turn on our takeoff lights.
Traffic, American 2265.
Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and head down the runway and head into Charlotte.
American 776, turn right heading 09er.
Right heading 090, American 776.
Anyone?
American 2265 Heavy, cross runway 17 right at Kilo 8.
Right at Kilo 8 for American 2265.
Gear up. And we're going to go ahead and bring up our flaps. LNAV and VNAV is engaged. And we are cruising. So let's make sure our landing gear is up. Flaps are Fort Worth Center, United 1021. We are 2800 for 5,000.
United 1021, coming in 17,000.
Going to 17,000, United 1021.
Here's deal 361 DFW clearance. You have an invalid alternate airport. Your destination is Albuquerque. You filed Albuquerque as alternate. Do you want to remove your alternate or do you want to change your alternate?
So we're cruising along here. We are fly via the Zach 3 Sid.
Roger, I can do that for you. What would you like to
Just hit the outer marker. And the aircraft is flying the VNAV and the LNAV. So I want to say thank you to everybody who is tuning into this stream. We should have a beautiful flight into Charlotte Douglas this afternoon.
Okay, that's Kilo Alpha Echo Golf, correct?
Kilo Alpha Echo Golf, New Zealand 3611.
Okay, Kilo Echo Alpha Golf.
Can't wait to get out of this guy's airspace though, because he is struggling. Well, he's not struggling,
American 776.
but he seems really busy
10,
because there's no other controllers on right now.
210 intercept the localizer. American 776 Heavy.
There's no other controllers on right now, so he doesn't have clearance delivery, ground tower, departure. So he's doing all of that. So I feel for him. I really do.
There's still 361 clear Albuquerque Airport. Frequency departure will be done at style maintain. And departure frequency 135.675. Squawk 232.
Hey, really appreciate the donation there, live fly guy. Awesome. First one I've ever gotten, so I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
135, didn't pause. 361.
There's still 361, we're back correct.
Did you watch the last flight simulator? Are you talking about the Yes, you are my number one there, good sir.
11 o'clock.
One second, I'm looking for something.
And for, I believe that's for American 776, so we have the airport site.
American 776, clear visual approach on 176.
Where is that?
Clear visual approach from 176, American 776.
There we go. I didn't have that turned on for some strange reason. I thought I did. But, alright, live fly guy, appreciate you hanging out there, and you have a good one there, good sir. So which, are you talking about Flight Sim 2020 video? Alright, so we're above 10,000 feet, so we're going to go ahead and shut off our landing lights. And the aircraft is climbing beautifully, so we're going to go ahead and let her do her thing.
American 777 clear to airport path 2 departure, firm transition, direct, maintain.
Yeah, I saw the 2020 video. It looks amazing. I'm really curious if it's going to be really.
Clear to Lubbock, cast 2, direct.
Really texting on my current computer.
371, American 2783.
American 2783, back correct.
I know right now they're doing alpha testing on it, so they're looking for people to do the alpha testing. But I wanted to apply for it, but I didn't know if my computer was going to be fast enough to be able to handle it. Hold on one second, guys.
Kilo Echo Golf.
Kilo Echo Golf, New Zealand 61.
And there's no street. Echo Golf is a taxiway. It's not Echo Zen Golf. It's Echo Golf.
Alright guys, I'm back. My daughter just popped in here for a second, showing me that she's about to lose it too.
Taxiway, Kilo Echo Golf, New Zealand 61.
Me too. I just want to see it because it's realistic overall. Yeah, it looks very good. I'm hoping it's not just filters and special effects that they put in the video to make it look good. If you remember back in the day when they used to show video games, they would like put all the special effects and what have you into it, and you're like, wow, I really want to buy this game because it looks really good, and then you get in and it looks like crap. I hope it's not like that. Ready to set up your Instagram? Yeah, let me go ahead and do that right now, Zach. Hold on one second. So yeah, I was talking to Zach the Great. He was actually one of my first followers. And one second. He was actually one of my first followers, and he just brought something to my attention that I didn't know you can do. You can do shared cockpit, and I didn't realize that was a thing. where you could be flying with somebody else in a completely different location and share the same aircraft. So that's really amazing. So as I promised him, I am going to set up an Instagram. That way him and I can stay in contact. So it's like we're about to reach our transition altitude here shortly. JFP1, hey, welcome to the lair there, good buddy. Thanks for the follow there. Fort Worth Center, United 1021. Was that for me, sir?
United 1021, Little Rock.
Clear the right, Little Rock, 1021. I think that's what he was saying. I don't freaking know. Alright, so I got to reset my altitude for the FMC. Go ahead and take it all the way up to our cruise so it can do its thing. There we go. We got another follower here. Hey, appreciate it once again, JFP1. Really appreciate it. I've only been streaming for a couple of weeks now, so
American 125 JD.
I'm still learning.
Is it American 125 called?
Let's try another one.
Copy American 125 is going to taxi.
Alright, send on one.
Copy.
Okay.
Heavy turn right, type 3, going 208, cross only 17, right at 208.
So I'm trying to set up this Instagram, and it keeps saying that all these email accounts that I have are already used. Weird.
And we're looking.
What time is it?
For American 776.
There we
American
go.
736, heavy cross, only 17 right at 208. And are you parked now, sir?
American 776 heavies are going to go alpha, and we're crossing the 178 at kilo 8.
American 736, heavy on the other side, Lehman North End, remaining.
So I'm going to have to do that here in a second. Actually, Live Fly Guy, I'll just add you to my the cosplay group Instagram that I have. So 1 second. Where is it? Hey, what did you say your
United 1021, comment 10 from 350.
Going to 350 United 1021.
United 1021, just a heads up, I did give you 330, you never climbed.
Sorry about that, I didn't hear that earlier, but climbing to 350 now.
American 776 heavy, walk out to transfer on the road.
Alright.
I apologize for that. American 776 heavy.
New Zealand 361, DFW, RNFC Park, only 17 right, take off, let's talk.
Hey, appreciate it there, JFP1. Yeah, I'm going to keep at it. So we're climbing to flight level 350.
Verify RNFC Park.
I'm with BPAC, New Zealand 661. Fort Worth, center direction of Southwest 5238 in Dallas. IFR McLaren
right, so Zach the Great, what was your Instagram again? Yeah.
Episode 38 of clearance here to Vegas Airport. City 4 departure hold VNS file, climb via SID, departure frequency 135.75, squawk 2261.
Southwest 5238, Roger, McCarran, Las Vegas, KD4 with transition files, climb by SID.
I love flying via VATSIM, but sometimes when it's really busy and so many people are talking, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't think. Aviation underscore. Okay, about to add you right now.
American 3101.5 again, follow up 340.
And expression down at 240 on
American 3101, do not descend via 332 arrival, yet.
and maintain 240
Airville 361, refill pressure, FS down.
361 passing,
Airville 361, climb and maintain 17 now.
Sorry about. Here we go. Zach's aviation plane spotted. All right, buddy, I'm following you now. So yeah, what altitude? What's the altitude from now? Our cruising altitude is going to be flight level 350. So we are currently at 210 and climbing. And the VNAV is climbing beautifully.
Golf American 12550.
Yep, that's me. That's me, Zach. I haven't set, like I said, I haven't set up a Instagram for my gaming channel yet. I need to. But yeah, so we're cruising along now. We're climbing up to flight level 350 to proceed into Charlotte Douglas International. And hopefully we should have a smooth and easy flight. So JFP1, if you're still here, what is your favorite simulator to fly if you fly on one? And I ask everybody that who comes in here. So we're cruising along. We're rocking out to some EDM that's playing on the YouTube.
New Zealand 360, right, Mexico.
New Zealand 361, say again.
New Zealand 361, clear right, Mexico, climb and maintain level 360.
Mexico, climb 360, New Zealand 361.
So as you can see up here, we got about 712 nautical miles till we get to Charlotte. The flight I did last night, it was like probably about 500 or so nautical miles, but man, did it seem like it took forever. It was probably because I was tired from flying from because I flew from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, and then I flew from Vegas to Dallas Fort Worth. But I didn't get to Dallas until 4 o'clock in the morning my time. So I was exhausted. Went upstairs, passed right out. So I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me and the followers. Really appreciate that. And Lifefly Guy for that generous donation. I really appreciate that. Appreciate that, my friend.
United 817 portion, you're up.
I don't live in Sacramento. I live actually about 45 minutes from Sacramento. Yeah, about 45 minutes. I live halfway between Sacramento and San Francisco. Is all about humanity. So we're going to check another piece of program that I have, VRoot, and see how long we're going to be in Fort Worth airspace.
United 817 SimPod correction, maintain flight level 340.
Wow, it looks like we're going to have ATC all. I can't even find me in that mess. I'm in here. Oh, here I am. So I'm going to be leaving his airspace here shortly, and then we're going to connect to Memphis and then Atlanta Center. So we're going to have ATC all the way until
American 31
all the way through. So this should be an interesting flight.
At maintain 1000, maintain 300 knots or better.
Okay, Prepare 3D. Yeah, I just downloaded that, and I got to get it set up. I'm going to start integrating Prepare 3D into my streams, so I'll alternate between FSX and Prepare 3D. But I got to get everything set up as far as the add-on aircrafts I'm going to be using and things like that. Yep.
United 817 forward.
All right, one thing I got to do real quick. I got to get our information for the runway. So I said our arrival runway is going to be 18 right. So let me get some information about that so I can plug it in. We're going to try and do an auto land today. I tried last night, but for some reason the aircraft was coming in too hot, so I wasn't able to do an auto land. But we're going to try it today. Alright, let's see. Field elevation is 748, and let's find the runways. Runway. So it's 274. Oh no, 9,000 feet. So 9,000 feet and 748 is the field elevation. So I gotta plug that in here. See if we can. What did I say? 748. Yeah, 748. And then the length of the runway was 9,000 feet. 9,000. Okay, so I just want to plug that in so that we can do our auto land. Oh, you're about to start the sentence. Sweet. Well, butter that bread there, Zach. And I gotta go to the first officer. What did I say? 748. 748. Yeah.
0.8 left, ready for takeoff.
I can't read what that said. JF. What's that say? JF what? Wow, we're going to be. It's going to be the longest part of our flight is going to be connected to the Taza waypoint. Is 451.1 nautical miles. I'll try my best. So y'all keep hanging with me. Let's see, and if you want, we can try to do share copy of yeah, if time permits, we can give that a shot. I have 3 days off. This is my first of 3 days, so I'm pretty sure we can set something up. If we don't get to it today, we can set something up in the next couple of days. We going to? What do you mean?
United 21 verify you climb to flight level 350.
That's affirmative. Coming up to 350 at 1021.
United 21. United 21, contact Memphis Center 133.65.
Go to Memphis Center on 133.65. Thank you for your ATC service. See ya! Alright, so we're just contacting or moving over to Memphis Center. Let's contact them. Good afternoon, Memphis Center, United 1021 with you. Climbing flight level 316 for 350.
United 1021, Memphis Center, Roger. Just be advised you got a lot of background noise. It's kind of hard to hear you, but I got that full transmission this time.
Roger that. And I just turned my speaker down. Is that a little bit better for you?
Yeah, that's much better. Thank you.
No problem. Alright guys, so I gotta run and check something real quick. So we're gonna continue flying along here. So while I'm gone, I'm gonna let y'all listen to some EDM, some music, and I will be right back. Give me about 5 minutes. Alright guys, I'm back with you. Sorry about that. I had to go and check on the little one and make sure she's not getting in any mischief. So let's see. Looks like after Memphis Center we're going to be connecting to Atlanta Center. So let me go ahead and program them 132.907. So what are y'all oh man, I hate this radio. There we go, 132.907. So what do y'all think? Yeah, there's always mischief. Starflex, hey, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the stream. We are currently, as you can see up there, we are flying from Dallas Fort Worth to Charlotte Douglas, and we're flying the PMDG 737. This is the third flight that I've done with this aircraft. I reinstalled it yesterday.
Center, FedEx 386, heading here.
I reinstalled it yesterday, and
386, Memphis Center, go ahead.
Just getting my IFR clearance.
I'm gonna turn him down a little bit in my ear. But yeah. So
FedEx 386.
ever since I installed Steam, I didn't have the PMDG 737 installed, and I would always use one of my other planes. There's two that I really like: the Vertavia C-17 and then the Captain Sim 777. And I would always use the 777 for flights. And I'm like, you know what? I need a smaller plane to be able to take these little short hops or whatever. I'm saying that we might have to use a default plane. Oh, okay. Well, no problem. We can do that. We can use a default plane. I'm not sure which one, but yeah, I like the A320 for small hops. Yeah. What's a good? I wouldn't mind getting the A320. What's a good payware A320? So it looks like we just reached our cruising altitude of 350. I gotta figure out how to adjust the vertical speed. I don't fly FSXLE. Oh, that's right. You're on X-Plane. I love the Embraer jets. Those are always fun. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Avocado Flight. Hey, what's going on there, my friend? Yeah, the Embraer. I haven't flown the Embraers in a while. I think the last time I flew the Embraer was back on FS9. Ever since I've had FSX Box Edition or Steam, nothing much, man. Just enjoying my day off. I have a 3-day weekend, so plan on doing a lot of flying. But on Monday, I have to do a little bit of studying because I have to give a briefing at work to a bunch of lieutenants. So I gotta make sure I got my facts straight so they can't sit there and play stump the teacher. But yeah, so ever since I've had FSX Box Edition and Steam, the only planes that I've really flown on there were the C-17, my C-17. I had the Captain Sim 777. I had a I think it was a Level D 767, and I think that might be it. Do you have add-ons? Like what? For visuals, or you talk about for the for like aircraft?
Ready for push and start.
FedEx 386, heavy man, roger. Taxi runway 36, advise before you advise when you have information, keep correction hotel.
See, this controller seems a lot trying to use a couple of different planes because I'm doing some really terrible landings this past week. As have I. Mine have been kind of crap, to be honest with you. Visuals, the only visual I'm using right now is I'm using Rex for the weather, but that's about it. But yeah, mine have been crap this week. Well, I mean, the last landing I was negative 700 feet per minute. Mine was, I don't know if you was watching my stream when I did it, but I did one that was negative 500 feet per minute. And I forgot who it was who was watching, but they were like, ooh, I hope the passengers don't have a broken back.
X386 Center, Roger. Taxi to runway 36 center via taxiway Victor Charlie, cross runway 27 altimeter 29904.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was you, Starflex, or if it was Zach. But I was like, yeah, they might. So hopefully this one's a lot smoother. We're going to try the auto land feature of this aircraft. See if I can get it to work. I hope it works. I tried it last night, but...
Taxi runway 36 center via taxiway Victor Charlie Echo Juliet Romeo.
Okay. So yeah, all that's in there. Leave that on Pride. Alright, so yeah. So we're going to try the auto land feature of this PMDG and see how it does.
Victor Charlie Echo Juliet Romeo. Roger.
Yeah, the course can be a little bit tricky. I have to look it up. I have to look it up every time. I have another piece of software that I use called VATSIM, and I can click on that real quick and get the runway and the ILS frequencies, and it gives me the course. But for some reason, the courses don't coincide with what's actually in the simulator. For instance, the course here for the runway that we're going to be doing. Oh, actually, it lined up this time. But there's been other times where it's been off like 1 or 2 degrees from what I program in, but it still rides the localizer and attaches to the glide slope. I think the best plane that I've ever flown that didn't have any issues with Autoland was the PMDG MD-11. That thing, I could just set the I think it had an Autoland button. I can't remember if it had an Autoland button or if it had the typical approach button. But I could sit there and negative 700 feet is good for you, huh? So I could sit there and I could press this button. I can't remember if it was approach or the Autoland, but that thing would line up with the localizer perfectly, line up with the glide slope, and when it got within 10 or 20 feet of the ground, it would auto retard the throttle, and it'd be a smooth, buttery landing each time. So yeah, that one was just perfect for Autolands. The PMDG MD-11. I might reinstall that thing. That thing was beautiful. But I used to use that one whenever I was flying with Virtual FedEx. I'm currently not with any Virtual Airlines. I was with Virtual FedEx, and then I went to Virtual United. But I couldn't keep up with the hours because of my busy, hectic schedule, so I left them. The most expensive butter you can get. Can't put butter in my butter. Butter the bread. Oh, that was a car driving by. I heard a loud roar, and I was like, okay, is something malfunctioning on the plane? But no, it was just a car driving by. So, Zach, have you made it to your destination yet? This was flying cars. Yeah, a bunch of DeLoreans flying past my house. Nah, I think it was like a rice rocket or something. That's sweet. Airport's on your radar finally, so you should be on the ground here shortly. We have about, what's it say there? I'm starting to descend. Sweet. So it looks like we got about, what, 529 nautical miles until we get to Charlotte. And it looks like we got a little bit of turbulence up here. I see the plane jostling around a little bit, up and down. Brace the cabin for landing. Not prepare the cabin for landing. Brace yourself. We're about to crash. No, I'm just kidding. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me during this stream. I did a stream. Oh man, early this morning. Well, I started at like 10 or 11 o'clock last night. And I didn't land until 4 o'clock this morning. And it was a pretty boring stream. I think I had a couple of people pop in, say one or two words, and they left. And I was like, okay, this is boring. I'm sitting here in my thoughts, listening to music, twiddling my thumbs. I guess it's a good thing real airline pilots have a crew. And really? I'm about to check that out. But yeah, so I guess it's nice that real pilots have like a first officer and air crew to talk with. Our slogan is "Fly with us." I think it should be "Remain to die with us." Oh man. Should be try to fly with us as we try to fly. So hopefully when we get into Charlotte, it's not dark. That should be a Legion Airlines slogan. What's another one of the budget airlines? You got what? Allegiant? There's another one. I can't remember what it's called. We just picked the minimum wage Walmart employees for our pilots. What, all y'all's pilots have maybe a single engine certification, no IFR certs? Frontier and Spirit. Yeah. I think the only one I've flown on was Frontier. I haven't flown on Spirit or Allegiant, to be honest. Nope. I don't think they have a license to fly. They printed it off of a cereal box. Yep, there it is. Off of a cereal box. Oh man! Could you imagine if that was really, if that really happened on a pilot on a plane? It'd be like Soul Plane. Snoop Dogg sitting there rolling up a big fat blunt trying to fly a baby Boeing 747. Came fly with come die. Come die, let's die today. Ryanair. Oh. There it is. Come fly with me, let's fly. What'd you put? Come fly with me, let's die today. Yeah. And this is the only airline where you can smoke in the cockpit. Or vape in the cockpit, I should say. There's this big red button called Big Red Button, and I want to press it, but I think it's escape shoot for the toilet. Red buttons are always bad. Don't press the red button. Don't you remember on Red and Black? Or Men in Black? You see that red button? Yeah? Never press the red button. Escape chute for the toilet. You know what? Speaking of the toilets, man, toilets on the airplanes, the back pressure, it feels like it's gonna suck your soul out. Aboard Star Air, we have a 0-star safety rating. If some passengers say anything bad about our airline, we take them to the baggage compartment and then decompress the place. Just started descending. Sweet. All right. Well, like I said, I hope you have a great landing into your location. How much longer we got? Looks like it's about 472 nautical miles. Or are you talking about on your flight? You got 26 minutes? Or because my flight, I definitely have more than 26 minutes. Oh, that's midnight 26 Zulu. That's Zulu time, Greenwich Mean Time. So I don't have my converter.
Northwest of Nashville, flight level 350.
I don't have my converter on me to convert that into local time.
Delta 1273.
So you got 20 minutes left. Okay.
5671 Delta 1273.
And we should still be in Memphis airspace for a good little while. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're in Memphis for a hot minute.
Memphis Center, Southwest 5506 with you, flight level 390, approximately 66 miles west of Razorback.
Oh, you're flying with full map?
Southwest 5506.
So, what are y'all thoughts on Flight Sim 2020? What do you think
5656.
new features it may have? One thing that I wish that they would incorporate.
73, bear contact 62 miles northwest of Nashville.
I just wanted to make sure he wasn't calling me. Okay. But one thing that I wish that they would incorporate in Flight Sim 2020, I wish they would put the heat shimmers coming off the engine, out the back of the engine.
FedEx 386. FedEx 386. Winds calm.
Subscription based, I'm fine with it. Yeah, as long as it's not subscription based, I'm good too. But yeah, the only flight simulator or airplane game that I played was that had heat shimmer was Lock On Modern Air Combat.
FedEx 386.
And they were able to figure it out. I don't know how.
Center cleared for takeoff.
I'm not sure who's going to be paying for the streaming data.
FedEx 386. It's cleared for takeoff. I have runway 3600. Roger.
Reach 3329. You leave my airspace to the northwest. Kansas City Center is offline. Radar services terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good flight.
Sir, thank you for your assistance. Have a good evening. Reach 3329.
Good night.
Yeah.
Southwest 5506, radar contact 50 miles west of Razorback. Altitude indicates level 390. I show you filed for 370. What's your intention there?
His intentions is to fly 390.
I'm sorry, you broke up. Could you say that again?
It's remain at flight level 30, Southwest 5506.
Southwest 5506, will show level 390 as your final altitude.
Yeah, and if it's subscription based, that's gonna really suck butt. That's gonna really suck butt if it ends up being subscription based. Because, like I said on the last stream that you and I were on Starflex, I don't feel like paying to play. I really don't. Another thing,
FedEx 1421 Heavy, ATIS Hotel sort of taxiway.
That's the one thing that's hard about flying,
sort of
streaming, talking, and flying on VATSIM is you can start talking and then controllers or the other pilots start talking and then you're like,
FedEx 1421 Memphis Center, Roger, taxi runway 36 via text with Charlie.
Because over time you just realize how much
Juliet,
money
Romeo,
you put in and
Memphis altimeter 10
once you start.
Charlie, Echo, Juliet, Romeo, 3600 FedEx.
Yep.
1421 Heavy.
Yep. So it'd be like a waste of money.
FedEx 386.
Waste of money.
The radar contact just north of field. Altitude indicates leaving 800 feet. Flight maintain 16,000.
Up to 16,000 for FedEx 386. FedEx 1421 Heavy, hold 27.
FedEx 1421 Heavy, clear.
Sorry, just got a text.
Austin 27, FedEx 1421 Heavy.
So we got 243 nautical miles till we hit the Taza waypoint. I can't wait till Microsoft releases the release date for 2020. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is $12 a month with $144 a year expected to play for another 5 years. Yep, nope. I'm not gonna do it. If it ends up being like that, I'm probably gonna end up changing over to X-Plane, which I'm thinking about doing anyway because from the visuals that I've seen of X-Plane, it looks really amazing. Yeah, the Capital City Air Show is this weekend, and the Blue Angels are there performing. I've seen them numerous times. I think I went to the Capital City Air Show, 3 years ago? Yeah, 3 years ago, and they were performing. But I think they have them perform every year. Like, I was at one point thinking about going to the Capital City Air Show, but I was like, yeah, nah, I've seen it. Because I'm a big air show buff, big air show fan, but I've been to so many that it's just the same thing to me. I went to one air show a few years ago where a pilot actually crashed. It was my first time actually seeing a real airplane crash, and I was saddened by it because he didn't make it. Yes, it was that one. I was there when that happened. Yeah, because I was there on Saturday when he performed the maneuver, and the maneuver went flawlessly. And then on Sunday, he went to perform the same maneuver, and I don't know if he got a gust of downwind or something, but it pushed him right into the runway, and that was it. Yeah, very, very sad.
Level 230.
Up to 230, Alpha 386.
Oh boy. So we're about halfway to our destination. Crystals. What's that say? Crystals sleep because I'm cool emoji. Oh, an emoji. It didn't come in right. Coming into an
Southwest 5906, request deviation, right turn heading 120 for weather.
Oh boy. What obstacles are in your way? Is it a bunch of buildings?
6 deviations, left or right of course was approved. And let me see, enable, proceed, direct. Walnut Ridge Enterprise.
Alright. To the right of direct Walnut Ridge Enterprise.
Water, runway, water, hills, water everywhere. water. Exact layout of an airport.
Delta 1273, contact Atlanta Center, 132.97 today.
3297, Delta to Center.
He was excited. 3297. Oh man. Seizure? No, not for me.
United 10, I want to show you about 20 miles south, of course. Are you direct Nashville at this time?
Memphis Center, United 1021, negative. I'm about 196 nautical miles from Taza waypoint.
Roger, I showed you filed Little Rock, direct Nashville, direct Taza. If you need to make that change, I'll have to make sure you let me know that first if you wanted to go to something else. For now, just proceed direct Taza.
Roger that. We'll proceed direct Taza, United 1021. Okay, so it looks like he found an error in my flight plan. When I programmed it in, I forgot to put in the Little Rock and Nashville waypoints, but he said I can proceed direct Taza, so I'm good.
X1421, Memphis. Roger, winds our nav to Jax, runway 36 center, clear for takeoff.
Our nav to Jax, 36 center, clear for takeoff, FedEx 1421 heavy.
Oh man. So what's everybody else doing today on this beautiful Saturday afternoon for me?
Level 360.
Probably evening or whatever for y'all. But what's everybody else doing this beautiful day? Might want to turn on your anti-ice, Starflex. And I know that Zach the Great, he was descending into his airport. Yeah, I did. You know, I was actually getting ready to install Active Sky prior to doing this flight, but I've bought so many things in the past couple of days that I'm like, that can wait. You're descending into yours. And where are you flying to again, Starflex? NZWN. Okay. Wellington. All right.
Memphis Center Southwest 6506, turning direct Walnut Ridge.
Are you going to be doing another flight after you get into Wellington, or are you going to call it good?
Southwest 5506, Memphis Center, Roger. FedEx 1421, radar contact just concealed about a mile, leaving leaving 1000, Memphis Southwest there, 2904.
Okay, what time is it where you're at?
Yeah, 16,000, FedEx 1421 heavy.
$12:43 p.m. PM or AM? Okay, so it's 12:43 in the afternoon. Yeah, I may make a Discord here in the near future. There's been a couple of people who have jumped in my stream and asked if I had a Discord. Like I said, I've only been streaming for less than a month now, so I'm still trying to get everything set up to be appeasing and all my communication so I can talk to all of my followers. But I will get one set up here in the near future. I actually thought about streaming Flight Sim probably about a year or so ago, 2 years ago, but I didn't think too many people would hop in here and just want to watch somebody sit and fly a plane for hours and hours on end. But I was actually surprised when I got in here and people started jumping in and interacting and chatting and whatnot. So Avocado, are you still in here? You said you fly on Prepare 3D, right?
Phoenix 1421, climb and maintain level 230.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's 1421.
It's amazing how big the community is. I mean, I've seen like the videos on YouTube of people flying and what have you, but I didn't explain 11. Okay, I forgot who it was. Somebody said that they were flying on Prepared 3D. Runway in sight. All right, well, butter that bread there, Starflex. But yes, somebody earlier was saying that they were flying on Prepare 3D, and I was like, I just purchased it, but I looked at it. It looked kind of cartoonish, a little bit for me, as compared to FSX. And I was wondering if there was a way to make it look more realistic as opposed to cartoonish. I don't know if the colors are like too vibrant or what. Yeah, same modeling engine as FSX. So, I mean, I know Lockheed just put like their little touches to like the logins, the menus and things like that. But it's the same exact platform. Oh, you might like this. I recorded coordination, fuel and comes down the traffic. Now on it. If you want to left. Okay, yeah, you can send me the link. Yeah, technically, Microsoft did make both of them. They just sold the rights over to Lockheed.
Level 330.
330, thanks, 1421.
So my daughter's funny. Like every time I'm in here streaming, she, even though I tell her, do not come in, she still finds a way to come in here. Alright, so I'm going to check that out once I get on the ground there, Avocado. So I'm just looking on Instagram right now. I'm watching Zach the Great's landing. That was actually a buttery landing there, Zach. If you're still in here, buddy. Yeah, that was a nice landing. What? Yeah, I'm hoping he actually posts a live feed of Travis. Okay. So this is just radio traffic that you're listening to from the various airports? Yeah, it's set up for the base travel approach tower and range of air. Okay. Alright, Starflex, yeah, go ahead and do that. Y'all will see mine. Y'all will see my landing in real time, and hopefully the auto land works. We will find out. You doing another flight after this one? I'm not sure yet. I might. If not immediately after, maybe later on tonight. So I would say turn on your notifications so you can see when I. If you have not already done so, turn on your notifications so you can see when I pop back in here. I know tomorrow night I probably won't be streaming because the wife wants to go and watch a movie. So I'm probably going to be busy doing that. But during the day, I might hop in and do a little short flight. My plan for this weekend is to actually... I started in LA. We flew to Vegas, then to Dallas. Now we're going into Charlotte. So I'm planning on going the opposite route before my days off in. So we'll probably fly from Charlotte to maybe Chicago into I don't know, maybe Denver, and then Denver into back into LA. So it's getting a little bit dark, so I'm going to go ahead and turn on our dome light. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, over here. This is what I wanted. Alright, so yeah, just turn on... So yeah, just turned on the light because it's getting a little bit dark. So it will be dark by the time we get into Charlotte. No big deal. So I really hope y'all are enjoying this stream. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me during this this stream. I saw that Livefly guy who was in here earlier. He was hosting my stream for a little bit. So that was pretty cool. How about yourself, Avocado? Are you going to be doing another flight? Or are you flying right now? Or is it just Starflex and Zach that were doing flights today? I currently was planning on doing at least one, but I also want to watch the Sharks game. Priorities. Why don't you do both? You can do a flight, get up to cruise altitude, watch the Sharks game, and you get the best of both worlds. Yeah, you can do both. Because you see what I'm doing. I'm at my cruise. If y'all weren't here while I'm cruising, this would be boring. I would just be sitting here listening to music, waiting for ATC to tell me what to do next and what have you, and it would just be very, very boring. So landing easy. All right. Did you just touch down? So you know what? Let's take a poll. Like I said, I'm going to be flying back to the West Coast before my weekend is up. So where do y'all think I should fly to after Charlotte? Because like I said, I'm thinking Chicago, but where do y'all think I should fly to after Charlotte? Alright, let me check out this video real quick. I'm going to pull it up here so y'all can see it too.
United 1021, contact Atlanta 132.907. Good day.
Going to Atlanta Center on 132.97. United 1021. Thank you for your ATC service. See ya.
Good night, sir.
I lost the video.
Dragster 726, advise approach Western to Aniston.
Sorry, I lost the video. I gotta pull it back up.
726, stand by.
No worries, I'll just pull it back up. I don't know where it went. Here it is. Good evening, Atlanta Center, United 1021 with you. Cruising at flight level 350.
American 10, yeah, 1021, Atlanta Center, Roger.
Director 726, we would like to be ILS Zulu to runway 5.
Yeah?
Director 726, expect the ILS Zulu runway 5, Virgin to Anston, the Anston Alpha 3002.
Yeah, you were right. There's hills and water.
3002, ILS Zulu runway 5, director 726.
Hills and water and hills and water and hills. So let's see, avocado flight. You say Phoenix to KLUF. Hey, Zach the Great, welcome back. Butter that bread, huh? That was the video that you sent me on Instagram, right? Or that you posted on Instagram, right?
Delta 1709, contact Atlanta approach 127.9, have a good flight.
So this video that we're watching right now, this is Starflex's landing that he just did.
Over approach, Delta 1709.
I like how smooth your graphics are.
Dragster 726, turn left heading turn left heading 200, descend and maintain 8,000.
259 feet per
Zero
minute.
down to 8,000, director 726.
You know what's funny? A second ago I just reached.
Dragster 726, next to stop return heading 230.
A second ago I just reached for my joystick
Roger 230, director
to use the hat switch to adjust the view to bring it up. I'm like, this is not my flight. All right, that was a good landing. Nice and Marie. And you were flying what again? Airbus what? The beginning of my YouTube video. What was that? Oh, you were flying an A320. Okay. What eye the beginning of my YouTube? What do you mean? The one that says Charlotte plane spot in 2019.
Drax for 726, turn right heading 24 service and then maintain 6,000.
240 down at 6,000, Drax to 726.
Hey, Suzanne, welcome to the stream. And you're a 737-800 pilot. Awesome. As you can see, we're taking the PMDG 737-900 to Charlotte Douglas this evening.
Land at Center FX 1421, flight level 330.
Okay, Zach's Aviation. Okay, I will check that out.
FedEx 1421, Atlanta, good evening, cross line at 12,000, contact line altimeter 3012.
Is that a big airport? Like
Gravin 12000, 250
Oh, I believe it. All the detail. What happened? My video Charlotte plane spot in September 2018 on my YouTube channel. Are you trying to put a link, Zach? I don't understand what's going on here. So,
Officers on 147 maintain, level 250.
So, Suzanne.
Defend and maintain
Hold on.
250 for Delta 0714.
So, Suzanne, you said you're a 737-800 pilot. Have you flown the PMDG 737? And would you say that is pretty much accurate to the actual 737? Or there's some things missing? Oh yeah, send me the link and I'll pull it up. Yeah, true. This is true. And like I have, Zach could tell you, or you know too, Starflex, my C-17 that I have, it's missing a lot of stuff that I wish it would have.
Flight Center November 31, Julia, Kilo 0509000.
Haven't tried it that much, mostly
Number 831, Julia, Kilo, Atlanta, Center, left heading 36, direct climb, maintain 9,000.
Alright, well this is my third time flying it. I just alright. So yeah, this is my third time flying it. I had it before many years ago on FSX Box Edition, and then once I picked up Steam I never reinstalled it, but I reinstalled it last night and I had the dangest of time trying to start the engine. It was actually pretty funny. On your YouTube, the latest
United 1021, descend via the Philadelphia, will Charlotte, altimeter 3026.
Descending via the arrival, United 1021. Alright, so Atlanta Center is telling me to descend via the Flips 3 arrival. We have a little bit before we'll start doing our descent.
November 831 Juliet Kilo, are you able to pick up Paris VOR?
Alright, let's see what this video is right here, Zach.
November 831 Juliet Kilo, are you able to pick up Paris?
United 1021, we have to drag a passenger off.
Yeah, I got her.
Why we gotta drag a passenger off?
November 831 Juliet Kilo, proceed direct.
Number 31 Juliet Kilo.
Crasher 726, to southern maintain 4,000.
4,000, 726.
That was a nice landing.
FedEx 1421 is leaving final 330.
FedEx 1431, roger.
Yeah, it does.
Delta 2296, they indicated airspeed.
Airspeed 0.83, 226.
Delta 2296, maintain Mach 0.75 or less.
Oh, nice.
14, maintain 280 knots indicated or greater.
Maintain 280 knots, Delta 0714.
Alright, I had to end that because I'm gonna be starting my descent here shortly, so I want to make sure that the VNAV is gonna kick in like it's supposed to.
Delta 0714, can you please repeat?
Delta 071 maintain 280 knots for spacing.
Roger, Delta 0714.
Yeah, but I said where my office is, United 1212414115. VNAV ain't working due to weight restrictions. We're dragging the passengers off. We got to kick some people off the land, y'all. But yeah, so a lot of y'all may not know, but I am active duty Air Force, and the best part of my job is just sitting there watching the planes take off and land every day. Actually, the best part of my job is actually riding on them. I do not fly though. I'm not a pilot. My job is to do the weight and balance of aircrafts with the cargo, load passengers, and inspect hazardous cargo to make sure it's compatible to fly on the missions. So there's no safety of flight issues. If you go to my channel, maybe I'll just try and show you. Okay, so I'll check that video out once I get on the ground. We're going to be starting our descent here momentarily, so I want to make sure everything is good to go.
Winds, crosswinds at or above 3,400, clear and high altitude approaching transition.
Clear direct lens and crossing at or above 3,400, cleared high altitude Zulu, runway 5, Baxter 726.
Yeah, very important work. Very important work there, sir. But it's fun. I've been doing it for 19 years. I have one more year before I can hang it up, and then I'll probably come back as a civilian and continue to work with the Air Force. So I'm gonna attempt.
Tower 831 Juliet Kilo, are you able to pick up volunteer?
I'm gonna attempt to do the descent. Hopefully, I get this right. I'm not really sure how to initiate the descent from the. Appreciate that, Starflex. Really appreciate that, there, sir. To start the descent, I put in the altitude that I want to go to, but I can't remember if the autopilot is going to automatically start descending down on its own or if I have to initiate it. But we will find out here in a second. Altitude NTV. I don't even know where that's at. Is that in the oh no, is that in the CDU? Because all I've been doing is turn on vertical speed, setting a vertical speed, and then it starts doing its descent.
Atlanta Center, Bonanza 228 Quebec, 9000.
Okay.
Bonanza 228 Quebec, Atlanta Center, good evening, comment.
And that's not a button that's on the main instrument panel, right?
Enable 1000, 9000 is our file. That's as high as we can go, and we'll go direct Towers 228 Quebec. 228 Quebec, 150 knots. That's also our maximum forward speed.
Number 228 Quebec, maintain 140 knots or less.
228 Quebec.
Sir, yeah, just wanted to,
That guy drunk?
Who's calling for a wind chart?
Oh, I see it. I see it over there. Okay. I should have hit that.
Sir, November 80182 with you.
I see it over there. I should have hit that, but...
November 80182, Atlanta Center, Roger, direct Towers.
That's not ATC that's drunk. That's a pilot. Now,
direct.
listen.
Direct Harris and best forward speed, thanks.
Okay, he sounds normal there. But when he first came in, he was like, you know, oh, man. So, Suzanne, appreciate you for schooling me, educating me on that, because I was curious. I was like, how do I initiate?
We're currently showing about 178 knots ground speed.
Yeah, definitely not.
Number 802, Randy indicator. What's your the indicator for that space is 165. So, Rachel 182, Roger.
Okay, so you're downloading Discord. All right, cool. So we're doing our descent down into Charlotte. I want to say thank you to Sizade for instructing me on how to start the descent. So do I just leave? Yeah, exactly. Get out of here and go get sober. So Sizade, quick question. So would I leave the altitude? Like, so for instance, my cruising altitude was 350, and that was in the altitude hold position. So when I start my descent, do I just hit the INTV button, and it'll automatically start doing it, or do I have to put what my landing altitude is in there, and then hit it?
Number 831, Juliet Kilo, Sierra, Gatland, Argyle, Similar, 3006.
So we're getting our descent down into Charlotte Douglas. Hopefully we have a buttery landing in there.
G28 Quebec, I got you about 8 miles in that position.
And we have lower altitude set on MCP and hit it with
Number 228 Quebec, maintain visual separation from that traffic.
Got it. So right now, even though I've already hit, like I adjusted the vertical speed or whatever, and it is descending, if I hit that button right now, it wouldn't do anything, right? Okay, got you. Alright, so I'm going to have to remember that next time I go up. Like I said, I really appreciate you teaching me that, because I was like, well, how do you initiate the descent? I thought someone was breathing in my ear. You scared me changing scenes. Oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to scare you. It's just the planes humming at you. So it looks like, if I'm reading this correctly, it looks like we're 87 nautical miles from Charlotte Douglas. So we should be on the ground here shortly.
FedEx 1421 to send maintain 8,000.
8,000, FedEx 1421. Good evening, Delta 3 Heavy with you, level 140.
Yeah. It wasn't like when it hit the top of the descent, it didn't start descending. So I was like, huh. So that's why I manually adjusted the vertical speed. Okay, got your Discord up and going. All right, cool. I will self promo. I will click that link here in a bit. Like I said, I want to make sure I don't have any issues with this flight.
That's 1421 to send via the ground 1 route. Expect the ILS 199 right approach. The Atlanta altimeter 3014.
Okay. I've only been using Discord for, like, I started using Discord late last year when I was playing GTA 5M, but I haven't really used it lately. So.
Alright, that's FedEx 1421.
FedEx 1421 to send via the Glavin Snarl. Expect the ILS 9 right approach. The Atlanta altimeter 3014.
Okay, just send via Glavin 1, ILS 9 right, FedEx 1421 Heavy.
Talk to each other and maybe do a shared flight after you.
FedEx 1421 Heavy cross, defense on 6.
Okay, yeah. I'll get my Discord set up and I'll see what the family's doing. And hey, Sam, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'll see what the family's doing, and if we're not doing much, I'll probably hop back on it. We can do the shared cockpit thing. So for those who are just joining the stream, for those who are just joining the stream, we are flying into Charlotte Douglas this evening. Let's see, Charlotte Douglas.
Delta 0714, expect the ILS from 8 left approach the Atlanta altimeter 3014.
Runway 8 left at Delta 0714.
Atlanta Center, Delta 7 with you,
Harmon 7000.
Delta 70, Atlanta Center, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 3, maintain 10,000 for now.
Alright, maintain 10,000 for Delta 70.
Oh yeah, I bet it is. Bet it is.
Delta 70, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Alright, up to 360 now, girl.
Alright, so we're just now past the transition altitude.
Center director 726, station sound like to cancel IFR.
Director 726, IFR, cancellation received, radar service terminal, change your route, have a good night.
You as well, Director 726, thanks.
Pretty sure cancel IFR, that man is crazy. Hey, maybe he can see where he's going.
Delta 2296, reduce speed to 210, and descend and maintain 7,000.
Descend and maintain 7,000, 296.
Delta 2296, expect the ILS left approach the Atlanta Center 3014.
8 left approach, 296.
Yeah, true. But, I mean, if you have clear, if you're following your instruments and you can see the PAPI there, it's going to show you, you know, white over red, you're good. So,
Delta 0714, fly heading 250.
Heading 250 for Delta 0714.
and plus we don't know how high he's flying, so he could probably just do VFR.
Yeah, out of 1021, expect the ILS 36 center approach throttle, altimeter 3026.
Expect the ILS 36 center for United 1021. Alright, so let's
Yeah, out of 1021, descend and maintain 6,000.
send it to 6,000, United 1021. You know what? I'm going to leave the VNAV kicked in there because we are descending. So he said we're going to be doing 3-6 center, so let me change that
Number
up.
83122, advise approach request to volunteer, or question, advise approach request to Gatlinburg.
Approach requesting to Gatlinburg is the DORD and runway 10, 83128 kilo.
83122, expect the VOR DMU runway 10 to Gatlinburg, the Gatlinburg altimeter 3006.
3006, expect the VORD at 83128 kilo. I'm just going to do what he did. I need a visual.
Number 1018, 8018 to expect visual approach to Gatlinburg.
I need a visual.
Alright, well,
Oh, that was funny.
In the Gatlinburg. 182.
Did you say doo-doo-doo? I'm not sure what airport has the longest runway in the country.
Delta 2296, turn right heading 275.
Right 275, Delta 2296.
Bags 1421. Bags 1421, on tower 109.1, see ya.
Fishing.
109.1, 61421 heavy.
That's solo.
Delta 0714, descend and maintain 4000, turn right heading 275.
1000, turn right heading 275, but that's it.
Yeah, he's probably all of those. All right, Denver. Okay, I didn't know that. That's a little fun fact there. Oh, I gotta change the frequency. God dang it. 36. What do you say? 36 center. Let me go look at that real quick. 36 center. 36 center. Runways. Comms 36 center. It's not giving me my.
Number 831 turn left 20 degrees vectors for the approach to set and maintain 8,000.
Left 20 degrees and 8,000 if you want to kill.
Alright, so.
Atlanta Center, VisiJet, November 576, Delta Juliet, passing 4,200.
So we should be landing here shortly. Don't you hate when you try to spell one? What I do? .7 and 003. Okay, so let's put that in there. 111.7 and 003.
Number 576 Delta Juliet, Atlanta Center, good evening. Climb and maintain flight level, climb in flight level 190.
Hi, climb into flight level 190 for VisiJet 6 Delta Juliet.
Alright, so we should be on the ground here momentarily. Hopefully I got everything programmed in here right. So let's see if we end this flight on a good note.
Left center, November 0182. We got some really heavy chop up here. We're getting pushed up and down. Hell, I must be having a baby up here or something. I don't know, man.
What the hell?
Yeah, great. What I understand that won't be like to do.
We'd like to get lower if possible.
Southwest 1674 contact Memphis Center 13365. See ya.
336, see ya, Southwest 1674.
Delta 0714, turn left heading 160.
Turn left heading 160 for Delta 0714.
Number 80182, this doesn't maintain 1,000.
I got 8,000, 182.
Delta 0714, left heading 150.
Turn left heading 150 for Delta 0714. Atlanta Center, American Eagle 1331, cruising 501 320.
Estimated amount of geese. It's 1500.
Eagle Flight.
If I run into a goose, I'm going to be mad.
Atlanta Center, good evening. Cross tripper at 13,250 knots. The altimeter is 3014.
Oh wow, we got a long way to go. We got to go all the way down and then circle back. But that's fine. We'll be Gucci. Still descending. So I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Hopefully this is a beautiful landing into Charlotte Douglas. We will find out here in a second.
Delta 0714, turn left heading 0905. The airport will be at your clock, 15 miles. Advise you have the airport in sight.
Turn left heading 0905. Will announce on the inside Delta 0714.
Delta 0714, ready to speed to 180, continue left turn heading 030.
Speed 180 for Delta 071.
Delta 2296, turn left heading 180, and then maintain 4,000.
Left 180, the same maintain 4,000.
Atlanta Center, with flight level 340. 2 miles north of Wilson.
Delta 1201, Atlanta Center, radar contact position as reported, squawk 202.
Taking on the code of 401.
Delta 1201, squawk 2072.
2072, Delta 1201.
Delta 0714, I have the insight.
Delta 0714, thank you very much. Clear visual 28 left.
I'm going to marry her anyway. I just lost my not sure. These words are from a music artist. Can I have your
Delta 0714, clear visual 28 left, and contact tower 109.1.
I'll marry her anyway.
119.1 to 0714. Atlanta Center, good evening, that is 1244, we do out of 4 for 10.
Delta 2296, descend maintain.
Ooh, looks like we're flying through some clouds.
Turn left heading 13120, going to localizer 188 left.
So yeah, it looks like they gave us approach to 36 Center. So yeah, we should be on the ground here momentarily. We're actually going to be flying past Charlotte.
Delta 26,
And then we're going to have to circle back.
Left heading 120, going to localizer 188 left.
Charlotte right there off our left wing, so we're going to fly past it, and then we're going to come back and connect to it.
Left 120. This is going to maintain 4,000. Left arrival Delta 2296. Atlanta Center, good evening. That's 12.4.
You landed 52 knot crosswinds, huh?
Delta 1220, Atlanta Center, radar contact.
When we turn final, I'm going to put our landing gear down at that point.
Delta 2296, maintain 4,000 plus establish on a localizer, clear an ILS 198 left approach.
Clear for 88 left, ILS approach Delta 296.
Delta 2296, contact Atlantic Tower 109.
Contacting Tower 109.1, 2 seconds.
Number 831 Juliet Kilo 1 to VR, correct?
I'm watching Zach's landing real quick.
Number 831 Juliet Kilo, turn right, sting 010, maintain 8,000 vectors for VR, approach runway 10.
010, maintain 8,000 vectors, VOR 10. 831.
That was a nice landing there, Zach.
Center, 1201, requesting change to be all you want arrival.
Delta 1201 Atlanta 207 via the cross at 14,000 Atlanta, altimeter 3014.
Atlanta sounded like he just got busy all of a sudden. He wasn't that busy a second ago. Except he had that drunk dude. That drunk dude talking.
And Trail 24, we're maintaining 10,000.
1224, climb and maintain flight level 350.
Drunk Airlines 12157 clear for nosedive.
Number 831 Juliet Kilo, turn right 5 degrees, join the 102 degree radial inbound to the volunteer VR.
Right 5 degrees, join 1.
It always amazes me how they know all this stuff.
That's 102 degrees into the volunteer VR.
That's what I wonder what frequency change is needed. Delta 1201 request frequency change is needed.
Who's requesting?
Delta 1201. 125.55.
Delta 1201 advise back on frequency.
Right, that's 1201.
He sounds so sad. Advise Delta 1201.
United 1021, this one maintain 4,000.
Going to 4,000, United 1021.
Sorry, everyone to a kilo. What do you want us to do?
Number 831 Juliet Kilo, turn right heading 060, join the 102 degree radial outbound from the volunteer VR.
060, I can intercept. We'll join 102 outbound. 831 Juliet Kilo.
Alright, it looks like he's going to be giving us our final vectors to connect to the localizer.
Number 831 Juliet Kilo, turn right heading 080, join the 102 degree radial outbound from the volunteer VR.
080, join 102 radial outbound 831 Juliet Kilo.
Number 831 Juliet Kilo, maintain 7,000, maintain 8,000 to establish on the final approach course, cleared VOR DME approach into Gatlinburg.
Alright, maintain 8,000 and establish final approach course, clear VOR DME 10 to Gatlinburg 831 Juliet Kilo.
November 228, Quebec, cancel IFR.
Runway 2282 back IFR cancellation received. Squawk VF for advisory approved.
2282 back, pleasure. 1201 is back on frequency.
Delta 1201, roger.
United 1021, make a left turn to heading 330, and join the runway 36 on our localizer, and maintain 4000.
Make a left turn heading 360, United 1021.
United 1021, that's heading 330, left turn to 330, join the 36 on our localizer.
Correction, going to 330 for United 1021.
Number 831, Julie Taylor, advanced cancellation of fire retreat, advanced cancellation of fire on the ground around the air. This frequency change to advisory frequency approved.
Alright, change to advisory, we'll call back, cancel 31 Julie Taylor.
$360, yep. Nope. I thought he said 360, but he said 330, so I'm going to go ahead and drop my landing gear because we will be on final for 36 center. Even though I do not have visual on the runway at all. Oh, this is established on the localizer. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and arm our approach. Or not yet. We will here in a second though.
Center 831 Julie Taylor, cancel IFR.
Number 831, Julie Taylor, IFR cancellation received. Squawk VFR change to advisory approved.
Squawk VFR from 831 Julie Taylor.
There it goes. It didn't light up, so I was like, what the heck is going on here? So we're flying the ILS in the 36 center. Should be on the ground here shortly. Really appreciate y'all hanging out with me during this stream. This is the most people that I've had pop in and out of my stream since I've started streaming. What? What's the no and the oh god for? We're doing good. We are Gucci right now.
Eagle Flight 4231, contact Atlanta approach 127.9.
Is that what he sounds like?
Control 01, contact Atlanta approach 127.9.
Is that what he sounds like on the radio? So let's make sure our speed brakes are on.
Maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS from 36 center approach.
Maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer 36 center approach, cleared. Alright. I said do the go around. No, I'm not doing the go around.
Change to advisory frequency approved. You have a 10-1 wind 070 runway 36 center, clear to land.
Clear to land 36 center, United 1021. Soon as the glide slope starts to activate.
to center. One to center again.
There it goes. Connect to the glide slope now.
I want to center, this is November 08 Lima, November. Can I ask what you're doing today?
Last aircraft calling, I don't get you say again.
No, I don't need full flaps.
November 20 when the Tango, since there's no tower,
No,
doing,
I don't need full flaps.
Tower would be doing, or you're doing normal center drops?
Aircraft calling standby number HR182, turn right heading 100. The airport will be at 12 o'clock, 17.
I got kind of scared for a second. It was like a 1-8 or 3-6 center, but I was like, I don't see a 3-6 center.
182.
Number HR182, this is the main.
No bracing. We are good.
Down to 5,000, 182.
This is going to be a beautiful landing. Hopefully, I'm not going to jinx it.
Delta 70, contact Memphis Center 1365, Dan.
I remember the better 165. Delta 73 up there.
There's no collapsed gear. What are you talking about? We got 3 greens. All the gears are down. No collapsed gears. Nope, not lying. Because I have a nifty thing where I can look outside and see that all of them are down. So I'm curious to see if this thing is going to automatically, if it's going to do the auto land.
Number HR182, turn left 10 degrees. The airport will be at your 12 o'clock, 10 miles.
Left 10 degrees and still looking for the airport, 182.
No brace.
Number HR182, this is maintain 3000.
Nope, you can't hear no metal. Alright guys, we made it here to Charlotte Douglas. Gonna go ahead and vacate the runway.
Here's 182, that's field in sight.
Number 83182, fair visual approach to Gatlinburg. I drive cancellation.
Alright, go ahead and clean everything up. And we just need our taxi lights. We don't need our landing lights.
That's Goose 182.
Goose 182, airport cancellation, receive spark via appropriation routes are approved. Radar service terminated.
What the hell was that?
Number 516 Delta, 576 Delta.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, there, Suzade. I didn't realize you had to do A and B. I thought it was just A.
3006. 6 up to Juliet.
The altimeter 3026, 3026.
Alright, 3026. 6 up to Juliet.
Okay, so when you arm A and B on FMC, flare will show up. Atlanta Center, United 1021 vacated 36 Center at taxiway Echo 9.
United 1021, welcome to Charlotte, contact ground 121.9. See ya.
Going to ground on 121.9, United 1021. Wow, we got everybody on today. This is awesome. Let me 121. Crap. Come here. There we go. Good evening, Charlotte Ground, United 1021, with you at taxiway Echo 9.
United 1021, Charlotte Ground, where are you parking?
I'll just go over to the main ramp.
You can touch the ramp via Echo, good day.
Going to the ramp via Echo, United 1021. Alright, so let's see. Where are we going to park her at? I really don't feel like going for a long taxi. So I think I'm going to turn as the next taxiway and then go right over here to the ramp. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me during this flight. Looks like we had a pretty good one. And I want to say thanks again to CZ, I think that's how you pronounce it. For the instructions that he gave me on how to arm the descent and to make sure that I have command A and B engaged when I arm approach. Yep, I'll check those out there, Avocado Flight. Really appreciate you hanging out here with me. I'm going to take this one right here. Did I have 30 flaps? I don't remember if I had 30 flaps or not. Yep, I'll join it as soon as I get everything here and shut down. I'll pull up Discord, and then I'll go from there. Alright, so we're at the gate. We're going to go ahead and shut down the engines. Let's go ahead and shut down our engines. Got APU power going, and then I'm going to turn off the anti-collision light because we don't need that anymore. Wingtip light, wheel light, taxi lights, we don't need those anymore. And let's go ahead and get ground power out here so we're not using up our APU. So ground connection, set shocks, ground power is on. It's not available yet though. Alright, so ground power is on. So like I said, really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Let's operate the jetway to get the passengers off of here. And I'll just pick one of them, that's fine. So they're going to come over here, do the default jetway, and then confirm that selection. And let's get the baggage off. So I'll open up the baggage doors and request the boarding. Suzanne, really appreciate you there, good sir, for hitting that follow button. Looking forward to having you join in to my streams from time to time. And like I said, once again, I want to say thank you for the insight you gave me. Coming from a real 737 pilot, I really appreciate the insight you gave me for the descents and the approaches. So we are here at Charlotte. I'm going to go ahead and shut everything down and check on the family, but I may be back on a little bit later. So turn on those notifications so you can see when I'm streaming again. And I want y'all to have an awesome weekend.